Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning, and you know what that means.
Crafty Kids!
So, we're going to be making a really cool UFO today. It's a lot of fun.
Look at it go.
Anyway, yes, it's very cool. So all you need for today is some paper plates, some paint, which is optional. You can also decorate them with markers or stickers or anything that you have around the house. You will want if you're going to use paint, you'll want a paintbrush. I have some fishing line here that we're going to use to hang it, and some construction paper for the little fin on the back, which is a lot of fun.
Yay!
And then, of course, some glue. So, first things first, what we're going to do, I made my other one purple because I really like the color purple, but I decided this one I'm going to make blue.
Ooh.
Yes, because blue is also a very delightful color. So, what I'm also going to use is a random cardboard box. I know! Because then we won't get glue everywhere. So...
Yeah, usually not good.
Or paint everywhere. We won't get paint everywhere.
Both are bad to get
Yes,
everywhere.
It's true.
They're fun for crafts.
They are a lot of fun for crafts. So, all we're going to do is paint the bottom of our paper plates. And any paper plate will work. These ones have a little bit more of a ridge, which actually works out kind of nicely for our spaceship because it just gives it a little bit more, there's a little bit more space inside the ship when you have the ridge. Otherwise, it's a little bit flat. But yeah, so all we're gonna do is just keep painting until we have everything covered. Of course, we'll be doing 2 plates because we're going to glue them together to make our saucer. And I mean, really, we don't know what UFOs look like.
True.
So, you can do whatever you want with your UFO. You could add some little extra pieces of cardboard on top. You could make them a completely different shape if you wanted to. You can build some things out of construction paper or out of cardstock or things like that. You can add some paper cups on it. Oh my gosh, there are just so many options. Because we just have no idea.
Yeah.
Really. So.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
No comment.
Uh-oh.
Just kidding. No, I have not. So, one more thing I'm going to tell you is that when you are painting these plates, it's also a good idea to paint the inside of just like a little ways in, because that is going to show from your paper plate. You can always take a look if you put them together and you can see some white still. You might want to go ahead and just paint a little bit extra on there. So I'm also going to just take a little bit of paint and go right around the outside like this. So.
Would it be neat to do maybe a different color too?
It would be super cool to do a different color inside. Absolutely.
I was thinking like yellow, so it's got like lights that are coming out of it.
Yes, that's awesome.
I don't know, just an idea.
Mr. Ross. That's a great idea. You could even use, to hold it together, you could put some washi tape around.
Ooh.
And we do have yellow, so you could definitely try that out. They have washi tape at Hobby Lobby, at Michael's, all those kind of craft stores.
Yeah. If it's a craft store, they probably have it.
Absolutely.
They'll always check ahead.
Yes. And it'd be in like the scrapbooking aisle. Anyway, so almost done there. And it's not going to stick as well on that side because it has a little bit of a coating on the plate on that side. So it won't stick quite as well, but that's okay. Because you're going to see so little of it, it's not that big of a deal. But just about done here.
Yay.
So, whoops. Now what I'm gonna do is add some sparkle paint on top.
Ooh.
Yes, very excited.
Fancy.
Very fancy. Very fancy indeed. So,
It's gotta look metallic, right?
yeah. Oh my gosh, it kind of looks like the night sky.
Wow, that's very pretty.
I am very excited about this craft.
It's a good one.
Very fun craft. How cool that looks.
Yeah, that's really awesome. That is
So,
really cool.
There we have some sparkles on the first side there.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes some sparkles.
Absolutely. Okay. So, there we go. We have both of our sparkly
Ooh,
paper plates
fancy.
painted. Yes. So now we are going to let them sit and dry for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll set those aside. The other thing that we can do while we're waiting for those to dry is to cut out our fin.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Gotta have a fin.
for sure. Somebody told me that. I don't know who it was.
I don't know, but they were very smart.
Yes, very, very smart. It was Mr. Ross. All right, so I'm just gonna take a little rectangle. As you can see, it's just a little fin on there. And since I went with blue this time, I'm gonna use blue construction paper, but you can use, again, whatever you wanna use. Flew away from me. Anyway, so we're going to fold it in half,
Mm-hmm.
like so. Ta-da.
Ta-da!
And then what we're gonna do is cut off the ends so that it's nice and even. And then we're going to cut down so we have a little bit of an angle.
Ah.
Now you'll see I didn't have it go to a point. And that is because you want to have some way to tape it or glue it onto the top of your saucer.
Oh.
So you have like a little almost fin right here. But then what we're gonna do is almost like a paper airplane. You're going to make a point at the top.
Ooh, do some of that folding stuff.
Fancy folding.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
For our fancy spaceship.
And so now you'll see that this creates an actual triangle because we folded this. So we'll do the same thing on the other side. All right, so now what ends up happening is we have our little fin, like so.
Yay!
And we have a way to glue it on. Yes.
Very nice.
So there you go. So we will glue that on in a few minutes here.
It's
And
all right.
then I'll show you how to attach the fishing line.
Woo!
So our plates have dried, and so now what we're gonna do is finish up our little project here. I am gonna use a little bit of tape just because it helps hold the fishing line in place. So I am gonna go ahead and use 3 pieces of fishing line. You can always use more or less. If you want to have a little more stability, you can put a few more in. If you're not too worried about it, well, I think 3 is probably the least you should do, just because it'll make sure we have everything balanced when it's hanging from the ceiling. So we take the end of our fishing line and we tape it to the inside of our plate.
Should we tape it to the inside of the top one or the bottom one?
The bottom one is probably the better option, but it doesn't really matter because it's just going to be inside the plate.
True.
Yeah. So, and the other thing I'm going to do is take my marker and draw on some little windows
Oh, yeah.
around the outside.
Gotta let the pilot see out.
Yes. So we have our little windows there.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they need a way to get in and out of the spaceship.
True.
So I'm gonna put a little door on mine right here. And I'm just gonna draw that in. And again, you can add more construction paper if you wanna do it that way. You can add stickers, you can do all sorts of things. So I'm just gonna use a Sharpie marker though. And again, I'm gonna go to the inside just so you can see the black color on the inside of it as well. All right, so
Very nice.
there are my windows, there's my little hatch. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one now.
So what's your favorite alien from a movie or TV show?
Oh my goodness. That's an interesting question. What alien? I think the movie Martian might have my favorite alien. Isn't that Christopher Lloyd? But, you know, my all-time favorite is E.T.
Of course.
I watched that a lot when I was a kid. How about you, Mr. Ross?
Oh, I tend to like, I think the Vulcans are pretty cool from Star Trek.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. Super cool. All right. So the last thing we're going to do is put the second last thing, because we're still going to glue it together. But we are going to put our little fin on.
Hey.
So we have, again, our little folded piece of paper, and we're just going to put glue on this bottom part here that we folded up. And put it right on there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Okay, and now the very last thing we're gonna do after we added our doors and our windows and anything else that you wanna decorate it with is we're gonna glue our plates together. So you wanna kind of get the fishing line out of the way as best you can, except for the 3 points where it's gonna come between the two plates. And you want to put on a lot of glue, because this is going to be, it has to stick together with the fishing line in between.
Yeah.
And so it needs quite a bit of glue. And then I'm going to go ahead and line up my doors.
Good idea.
Yes. Right. And there we go. And then I'm gonna take these, make sure they're all coming out from the same place here. And then once this dries, you'll be able to tie these up above.
Ooh.
Yes. And it'll be able to fly around. Just
Nice.
like this one.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that is how you make a paper plate UFO.
Awesome.
So those are our spaceships. Yeah, so you can fly those around and or hang them in your room, whatever you want to do. Yes, so many different options. And then next week we have a really cool craft. I know, Mr. Ross is going to be doing this one, and I think it might be one of my favorite crafts that we've ever done. I'm not even joking. I'm so excited for it. So it's going to be paper hot air balloons.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm so excited about them. So for this craft, what you'll need is some cardstock, or construction paper will work too, but I think we suggest cardstock because it's just a little thicker and a little sturdier. So, and then also a piece of an egg carton, just like one of the little egg holder parts, some twine, some glue, and scissors. And that's all you'll need.
Yay!
So that one's gonna be super cool. So excited about that. And thank you so much for being here again, guys. And we can't wait to see you next week. Stay crafty. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, man. So, what do you call a spaceship that drips water?
I don't know. Why?
A crying saucer!
If you liked this video, be sure to like and subscribe on YouTube.
And like and share on Facebook.
Help us share our crafts with as many kids as we can.
Thanks
everybody.
everybody.